returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, Dave, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They'll try the run. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
To the air on second down. Complete downfield. Open spaces. He's at the 10. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Frederick. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield, it's Collier. Fires to the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Booker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to keep it in the air. Shoots it to the left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Defense says, no thanks, we prefer 4th down. Penalty declined. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Schultz. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his man. It's Graham. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Booker. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Collier. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Offense working from the pistol. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Pulls and fires complete. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll run it.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do right.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Graham. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Collier. It's complete on the right side. Reaches into the bag and moves and finds his way up to the 31.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now on second down. Leaves it with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Get it out on the screen. Sweet cut there. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, on that third down, the running back did a great job. He set up the screen, caught the ball, turned around, located his blocks downfield so he knew exactly where to go to pick up the first.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After the first down completion, it's second and short. On the ground, it's Rock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get 3 from way downtown. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Reads it, fires complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Gonna look downfield again. On target.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
First snap in the red zone on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. The give on the option. Lowers those pads. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the gun, running back on the move. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
2nd and very short here for the offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Building momentum And picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Back to throw, it's Collier. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds us back in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. Bust through behind his pad. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Collier. Flips it out to the back. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Lost a throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Graham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Collier. Lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Booker. Tripped up for the tackle.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Off play action. Flips it out in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Freeman. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's McAllister. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? He'll sneak it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On target to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And they're able to make the tackle.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Brown. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
Good right down the boulevard. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Looking to throw, it's Collier. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Brown. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Tries tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Frederick. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Scanning the field, it's Collier. He's got the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
They bring the punter onto the field now. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll start this drive going to the air. Back open in the middle.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game
completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 40. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now a huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
To the air, it's Collier. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. To the air on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
2nd and short now after that completion. Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He leaves it with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Just keeps slinging it. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 25, he's got room. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
And it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. The give. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to get it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll go jumbo package. 3 tight ends set on 3rd and goal. He'll go to the sneak. The sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding its blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Dropping back, it's Collier. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Picks up the first down. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Dropping back, it's Collier. He's got him. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He has the first and still on his feet. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Big guy smells it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. A late-game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. So the 16-play drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.